There we go. All right, guys, how's it going? Let me move this just a bit so that it's closer to my guitar. A little more up close and personal than I tend to like, but that's all right. So, the last time that I did our first lesson for guitar. It's kind of my crash course in guitar, how to learn guitar really quick so that you can just start worshiping at home, which is really what people, I think if you got a guitar at home, what better time than now to start learning. So, when I did it, it was back in college when I had a bunch of time. So now that we got a bunch of time, if you got a guitar, you might as well. So let's just recap that if I was going to play a G chord, if I'm playing in the key of G, I'm always going to first put my ring finger down, then my pinky, my middle finger, and my index finger. So ring finger, pinky, middle finger, index finger. My ring finger is going to go right here, second from the bottom, on the 3rd fret. So this is the 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. So 2nd string from the bottom on the 3rd fret. Pinky is going to go on the bottom string on the 3rd fret. I'm going to reach all the way to the top, put my middle finger on the 3rd fret on the top string, and then the string right under that, I'm going to go 2nd fret with my 1st finger. So then when I play that, I get my G chord. Okay? And one of the things that I always did when I started is that I make sure that as I walk down, I'm hearing a good sound out of each string. And the way that you do that, it's just like when you type or when you play piano or anything. I always tell you to lift your fingers, right? That you should arch your fingers. Same thing. I want to have those fingers arched. I want space in there so that I'm not muting any of the strings like this. Okay? So 3rd fret, 3rd fret, all the way to the top, 3rd fret, and the one right underneath it is the 2nd fret. Okay, so then the way that I get to my 2nd chord that I'm going to play is the C chord, is I'm just going to move these 2 top fingers down 1 string each. So then I go back up and back down. So here are the songs that we said you could play with that. Are like Abba, Abba, I belong to you. Abba, I belong to you. You can also play Set a Fire. Go. So set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Back up. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. And you notice with this hand, all you're hearing me do is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll get into the strumming a little bit later, but it's perfectly fine to just start with that simple 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we've got those 2. We also said you could play when you walk into the room. With those, it's even the first, it's the verses of Build My Life. worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring. Okay? Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. We live for you. So then what we're going to do is we're going to learn a third chord today, and that's the E minor chord. And all we're going to do is we're going to go back up to our G. And the only one we're going to move is we're going to take this middle finger. We're going to move it underneath our first finger so that it's on the second. And you can lift your pinky if you want. See the difference in the sound? So you can lift it, you can leave it. Either way is perfectly acceptable. But so the way that that looks straight by itself is that you're putting your ring finger, second string from the bottom, you're putting it on the 3rd fret, putting your pinky on the 3rd fret, coming all the way up to the top. So 3rd string from the bottom or from the top, you're going 2nd fret, and then you're going 2nd fret. But the faster way to think about that, since we already learned the G, is you go to your G and you just swing that middle finger right underneath that first finger. Okay? So what that does then is the ways that we were playing, like when you walk into the room, set a fire, that's not really the way that they're played. That's just a way that we can play it and play it more simply. But really to play them, we want to throw that E minor in. So now we have 3 chords that we can play with. So let's take Set a Fire, because that's a one that I love and that it's really easy. But so we're going to start on that G. We're going to go to C. Then we're going to go back up, move this finger up, and swing this one underneath it for our E minor. And then we're going to go back to that C. So we put this one back over here. And then back up. So G, move it down to C. Walk this one up, swing it under. Walk this one back up and that one down. Okay, so G, C, E minor. Or you can lift that pinky. Put it back down, back to C. So we're gonna go. No place I'd rather be. No place I'd rather be. No place I'd rather be than here in your love, here in your love. No place I'd rather be. No place I'd rather be. No place I'd rather be than here in your love, here in your love. So set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. And then you can switch that straight up into when you walk into the room, everything changes. Darkness starts to tremble at the light that you bring. When you walk into the room, every heart starts burning, and nothing matters more than just to sit here at your feet and worship. Okay, so I just want you to get used to that G, C, E minor, C. Okay, so the first lesson we learned the G to C. Then with this one, we're just adding that E minor in. So we're going G, C, E minor, C. And so basically, here's the deal. This is a lot of times we get called in to help different ministries, churches, where they're saying, hey, someone may be moved or whatever. We need a new guitarist. We need a new bass guitarist. We need a new pianist. And I've just kind of been in positions enough to know how to get people to move really quickly and to at least be able to hammer out the chords with people to get to where they can hang in there. And I've found that when people are just learn the basics and hang in there with other people, that's where they grow the best. It's like when they just learn to love swinging the bat 1,000 times, they learn to get really good at swinging the bat. So that's all we're trying to do. These are things that we're in the process of making videos for churches and things like that for after this. We were planning on doing it anyway, but once the quarantine hit, I went, if we're stuck at home, I might as well be showing people how to do this. So this is a perfect time. I took a little bit, about a week between that first one and this one. But I want to start trying to do them. I'll probably put up the next one tomorrow, because it really should be that you can sit there and hammer out this G, C, E minor, C, and just play these songs over and over. When you walk into the room, set a fire. There's you are beautiful, my sweet, sweet song. You are beautiful, my sweet, sweet song. Okay? So you can play these songs over and over and just get really good at those few chords. And it's like once you learn that all you're doing is at first is moving these two down, your fingers get used to that. And then you're good to go. Then all you do is you start throwing that E minor in. So now all I got to do is this. Then tomorrow what we'll do is tomorrow night I'll hop on here and we'll throw in a D chord. Once you have that, you pretty much have everything that is ever played in worship songs, to be honest. And then I'll start working on stuff. I'll show you stuff with how to pick, how to finger pick, how we talk about the guitar, just so that if you ever talk to a guitarist, as long as they're not trying to be super nerdy on you, that you can keep up with it, and you can know what they're talking about. You can know what I'm talking about. But anyways, hopefully that a few of you, pick this up and go, man, I wanted to learn guitar for a while, and that was a perfect time. So God bless. I hope that gives you something to worship on. We're going to hop onto a prayer set right now. Tony Ruiz from Texas is going to be doing the worship for I Am the House of Prayer, and we're going to be jumping on with the prayer team. And so you won't see us, but you'll see us typing in our prayers and things like that. And I think we're focusing on Psalm 42 with Jason West leading us in prayer. So anyways, God bless and have a great night.